Yeah, I went demon.
You went
I
demon.
mean, he looked very Jesus-like.
Hmm.
You know this. You know the
That's a
statue.
different. We have a different Jesus, then, Manny. We have
Do you know
a
this?
different image of Jesus.
Do you know the image, the statue of Jesus in Brazil, the very
Yes.
iconic one in I think it's Rio de Janeiro.
Yep.
That's this, but like the evil form. So like if the underworld decided to come out, this is what would happen.
The second coming of Satan, Lucifer. But Lucifer, you can't take Jesus's pose. That's his move. That's his taunt.
That's
You
his
can't
move.
you can't take that taunt.
What?
Yes, I can. I'm Satan. I'm evil. I can do whatever I want.
So, what order do you want these in? Because I've got a few AEW ones also.
But you know, up there, you want to say he looks like Satan. He looks more like, I don't know if you remember Powerpuff Girls. He looks like him.
Yeah.
He's like stupid little girl. That's why I won't fit to talk in the demon form. But what order is what?
Also, I've got Shotzi and Tegan
You should have
riding
watched
waves.
Shotzi and Tegan. You should
I
have watched
think
Shotzi and Tegan. She's a spokesperson for this show, and she doesn't even know.
I feel like I went this route before, and I don't think it resulted highly on views because it was a Saturday show.
Okay.
Uh, I got this one with Carmella on the table. Pat McAfee looking very, very like damn, and then you got Michael
But
Cole. Like,
my,
I don't want to get cancelled, or he's staring at them feet. I don't
and he's
know.
like, this is why Michael Cole can't be overall. Putting over Charlotte. Although this is a very similar outfit what Charlotte was wearing.
I've got that too, but we'll get onto that after when we afterwards. So I've got some homoerotic stuff for you if you would like to see.
Send it all. Send it all. There we go. There we go. I've never seen a man more pleased to be kissed by two other men while having his penis on the back of other men.
And then I, for laughs, was going to use this one.
Just old men fighting.
Old men
I
fighting,
met.
but like a chair joust. The last time I saw a chair joust was at that NXT UK takeover when it was
Oh yeah, it was.
um
Was it Coffee?
yeah, Joe
It was
Coffey
Joe
versus
Coffee and
Big Dave Mastiff. And
yeah.
they ran with chairs, but they didn't do it like this. They didn't come swinging. They just ran at each other with chairs.
Yes. But I imagine this at some bar in some random town where you just stop it through and you're on a pit stop and some guy gets all upset with this biker and then he's like, you think you can take me? And this Japanese man decides to take off his clothes and fight. That's what this looks like. Like, why have we gotten to this point? Guys,
Basically,
we've drunk too much.
basically, this is number 7 of the Squid Games. It's a game 7. Game 7 of the Squid Games.
Ah, Shiba!
And we'll be right back after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh,
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am of course Lord Manny Hayes. I'm joined by
Marcus the Grand finale.
oh, you finished off with Christian. Christian.
That's the best version of Christian. You're known on your own. Best song.
Yeah. So, how do you want to start this? How are you doing today? I have no idea what. Because we have been trying not to talk about what's going on with Eric on the show, why he's not on the Saturday show. But El Luchador's asked the question, and like I got very like caught up in it.
Oh, what?
Because we haven't talked about it, but like we shouldn't.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
Eric's currently transitioning. That's what's happening, people.
Eric's in the best shape of his life. You should see him.
Yeah, so how are you doing today, Marcus?
I am fantastic and blessed to see another day, and I am very upset that we're doing a Saturday show because I had to do 4 hours of wrestling, and 2 of it I probably didn't care about.
Like that guy in the front row, as you just pointed out to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't actually notice him till you brought it up.
That dude was done. He had enough. He couldn't take it anymore. Now, if we were Fox News of the wrestling industry, and we were the conservative side of wrestling, who knows? I don't know where we're at with AEW. But AEW non-mark. I don't know. A WWE mark. We will point out the AEW crowd is dead and just always show footage of that guy. I refuse. I refuse to go down this route.
I mean, do I have it? Yes, I do. So if you can see, or if you want to tune in, the guy in the front row, right to the left of the guy in the red Cody shirt, he looked fed up during this match. Throughout the whole night, at one point on Rampage he was just recording CM Punk, and then after that he looked fed up for the rest of the night.
No, he flicked off Powerhouse Hobbs, and then that was it.
He was
That was his
provoked.
last ounce.
He was
His last ounce. Yeah, but not saying that he just flicked off Hobbs because Hobbs is Hobbs. Hobbs was flicking everybody else off, but he flicked off Hobbs, and then that was the it. That was all he had left. And then next thing you know, he goes through the last remaining 2 hours of Rampage, just in a moment of, oh, are we done yet?
The pain, like, I want to go home.
I want to go home. It's past my bedtime. Please,
It's
God.
gonna be a nightmare to go home.
As Eric pointed out, Luke Gallows' is baby brother.
That guy looks like a real life emoji. He was.
He was.
It was like, I'm over 30 and I want to go home.
He's one of the most distracting people I've ever seen in the audience.
What?
Because of his,
No.
He is.
No.
He was. He
No,
was
I am telling
captivating.
you now.
I wanted to see what would make him react. It wasn't doing the Lucha Bros. It wasn't doing Suzuki and him. He reacted mildly to CM Punk. I was like, what can get this guy to react? If you do, you are a star.
I'm telling you now, Homicide didn't get this guy moving.
No. Homicide did not. He probably was going like, who?
Hummer, what?
I'm not homophobic.
So let's just kick off with SmackDown.
Friday Night Smackdown.
Friday Night Smackdown that happened on the 24th of September, 2021. The show opened up with Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. That's it. Nothing really like on the mic actually happened, like other than Becky slapping Bianca, attempts the manhandle slam, and then gets the KOD instead.
Yes, back and forth dialogue. I thought it was a solid segment, you know. They set up their match at Extreme Rules, and I do not know who's winning tomorrow night. I forgot that was tomorrow until I watched SmackDown last night. I was like, oh shit, this creeped up on me. But, yeah, I don't know who's winning that match after this exchange. Because I can see Becky losing and then being drafted, or vice versa.
I don't see Becky losing. I think Becky keeps it. It just seems weird that they put the title on Becky for only to lose it again. But this is the best kind of promo work I've seen in Bianca ever.
Yep. And her outfit actually was nice. It was all the names she's taking of the horsewomen on one sleeve. It had all her accomplishments, and it went well with what she was telling Becky about. You took like 90% of your career was trying to do what I did in like a year, which is like, damn, it's true. God damn it.
Well, the other thing was, I think it's quite bragging to put all those achievements on a jacket like that. Because if I was doing it, I'd have swimming. I swam 5 meters. I swam 10 meters. I swam 4 lengths of a swimming pool. I was
I'll-
stuck on there when I was 5.
I appreciate your accomplishments, but I binge watched Squid Games in less than 24 hours.
So did I.
And I have TV shows I binged. And then
So-
on the
so
right
did
sleeve,
I.
I would have Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Apple Plus subscriptions or whatever, Peacock.
And say I completed it.
I watched the Saudi Arabia show from start to finish and enjoyed it.
I mean, we're going to be doing that towards the end of October.
Yeah, guilt free. I watched Saudi Arabia guilt free.
So speaking of watch-alongs, there is the Extreme Rules watch-along tomorrow, which I'll be doing with Jen and anyone else that's wanting to jump
Ah,
on.
you guys, you see, like, I'm tired of these watch-alongs, damn it. Because I can never participate. I can
Yeah,
never
exactly. And that's why I didn't tell you about it, because I knew you couldn't do it.
You told me now, Manny. You told me now. You ripped my heart out on live YouTube of all the places. At least do it on television, not on the internet. Don't rip it out on YouTube. Wait till we get that Hulu. Wait till we get Hulu subscription or something.
We're never going to be on Hulu. We're not.
Or
I don't even think we're.
or-
I don't even think
or
we're on
Pluto.
Spotify. Are we on Spotify? I don't think we're on Spotify.
I think we're on Spotify podcast for.
So we get the next match, which is Apollo Crews versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I really enjoyed this. It's the first time I've enjoyed Apollo because I didn't have to hear the voice.
No, he gave a promo before, right?
No, that was the video package.
Oh, probably. Yeah. So I thought Boog's tossing Commander Aziz was just as impressive as all the Apollo feats of strength. Although my favorite moment of the match is just Apollo saying, "Fuck you, Nakamura," and just threw him over the top rope for no reason. Just launched him.
Yeah, no reason. Great match. Like I haven't seen Apollo in a long time in a match where it's mattered. Like it took this long to give him to make him accountable for. Not even accountable, just push him. And then he had this lull where he was just wrestling Big E for forever.
Yeah.
For
it was
both
just
of them.
like,
I feel like both of them, their careers were at a standstill.
Well, Apollo had his best matches during the Performance Center Raw MVP segments where he was tempted to join the Hurt Business, which I hope he gets drafted, Lucy exit, and joins the new version of the Hurt Business. Like, I see the error of my ways. I am enjoying you.
What would it be? It would be Bobby Lashley slapping him so hard that the accent falls out of his head.
Yeah.
Get
that out of
here.
here.
Get your shit together.
In our group, you can't be the most ridiculous guy in the group, alright? We have a fucking Bearcat in our group now, okay? Hey, Bearcat. Appreciate it. That's my new Hurt Business, by the way. Bearcat Keith Lee.
So we go backstage where Montez Ford says the tribal chief has been treating his cousins like his bloodline bitches.
Oh!
And the Street Profits will win the tag team titles at Extreme Rules. Roman needs this repeated to him, even though he was watching it.
Yes. He needed that inspiration.
He's like, I want a match with him. And then Paul Heyman tried to advise him not to have a match that close to him. But like he still wants the match.
Yeah. So Roman had blood in his eyes. It didn't matter who was gonna say anything tonight. He just wanted to kill somebody. I don't know why Montez went out there and had to bring up his cousins. His cousins were in the building. I thought this was gonna lead up to a match with him with Jimmy or Jay versus Montez, who with the absent Dawkins, who in this promo with Montez proved that Dawkins isn't needed. Dawkins isn't needed. He
I've
literally
been
did the
telling you
entire
for years
Street Profits
Dawkins wasn't
gimmick.
needed.
He did the entire Street Profit gimmick by himself. I've been telling everybody for years, Montez is a damn star. Dawkins, go away. Go away. And then the second Montez promo, because I'm going to lump all these together because he got two. He talked as if Dawkins was dead. He was like, I'm going to do this for you, Dawkins, and something. And I was like, Dawkins is just at this wedding, you're saying. Or he has COVID. My theory, and I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this, is that Montez and Dawkins are not fighting the Usos this Sunday. That they're going to be substituted by Team America Alpha because I believe that Dawkins has COVID or something.
Possibly.
And it's out.
But I'm going with Dawkins' headband's got too tight and he's got a headache.
The head. I can't think straight. Your headband's too tight. Oh.
So we got some comments on your new Hurt Business. Luchador said he'd rather have R&B Lee than Bearcat Lee.
We don't need him singing.
Almighty
We don't
Eric,
need him singing.
Eric said, Almighty Bobby Lashley, Bearcat Lee, I'm down for it.
Nice. And Dawkins.
Well, Dawkins is a Janae, according to a Luchador.
Not a Janetti, Manny. He kind of is Janetti. So expect wild adventures from Angelo Dawkins.
I'm going to say it. I called it many months ago. Dawkins is Black Janae.
Well, I think we agreed that he was the first Black Janetti, right?
The first Black Janae.
Oh, no, we gave no credit to Stevie Ray's name, but we're going to rewrite history and give him the first Black Janetti.
We can't call Stevie Ray the first Black Janae. Do you know why? He's got a Hall of Fame ring. My Janae is never getting in that Hall of Fame.
Dark Side of the Ring, Dawkins.
No, I want Dark Side of the Ring, Marty Janae. I don't need...
Nobody...
No, I don't need to know anything about Dawkins. I want to know what Marty Janae is going on.
He disappeared for... Let me tell you about Dark Side of the Ring, Marty Janae. You can't do it yet. Because you don't want to shoot your load before it actually happens. It's going to get darker. It's getting darker. It gets darker. No. You want to have it all together.
You telling me that if I did Dark Side of the Ring Marty Jannetty Part 1, that wouldn't put him down a slippery slope that I get Part 2?
No, because after Part 1, he's going to be canceled. He's like, we canceled Marty Jannetty years ago. And then Part 2 is like, we can't do another one.
Marty Jannetty will still be Marty Jannetty, regardless of being cancelled or not.
You only can do it in one shot, otherwise he's going to be canceled too soon. Can't do it in two. Marty Jannetty revisited. We can't do that one.
See, Luchador is talking about the thing we talked about in the post show on Thursday. Dark Side of the Ring is ruining my childhood. So the question is, what wrestler would you be? What do we say that would ruin you?
Yeah, that would ruin you personally. That they had a Dark Side of the Ring.
That would hurt you personally.
Like, oh no! Like you don't even want to watch the episode because you're like, what could be dark about this person? Manny's choice was.
I don't even want to repeat it because it was so bad. It was Daniel Bryan and then it involved Connor, and I don't want to go on.
Yeah, he was going with Bryan Danielson, and it doesn't matter what the details of what he did or what he is going to do in his Dark Side of the Ring. It's just like, we're canceling Bryan Danielson? Damn, he was a terrible person. But mine was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Why? I forgot why.
I don't know. He used to come to the ring drunk or something. Like, Dark Side of the Ring, you just get outlandish shit. I don't care what the story is. Just gotta put their name with Dark Side of the Ring, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and you already know, fuck, they ruined my childhood. It's over. It's all over.
So, Seth Rollins...
Dark Side of the Ring, Andre the Giant. Like, what the hell?
So Seth Rollins cut an amazing promo, and he's going down a route that I've wanted someone to go down for a very long time. Seth Rollins said Edge is ashamed to admit that he may not compete in the WWE ring again. WWE ring again. Seth finds it mildly amusing to him but that's not good enough. He wants answers because he is done waiting. He demands Edge comes to SmackDown and admit he isn't Edge light and that he is superior to Edge in every single way. And if he doesn't, he will find him where he sleeps, Marcus, and he will beat the words out of him in front of his wife and his children. These are the threats that I need to be made. I'm not coming for your title. I'm coming to destroy you and your family.
And your home.
Your family will never. When I beat you up in front of your family, they will never look at you the same again.
It's nothing like, again, I think this is staying on the show maybe a decade ago. It's nothing worse than getting beat up in your own home. It's nothing worse. That is your home. How did you lose that fight? You can never go home again. Getting beat up in front of your kids? Oh, it's embarrassing. How do you look at your son in the eyes after getting your ass whooped in front of your kid? Like your kid will always have to come back. Oh, you gonna yell at me, Dad? You can't fight. You got your ass whooped by Dan down the street.
Dan from down the street.
That's a real man, Dad. You're a real bitch. Dark side of the ring, Dan from down the street.
That's the light side of the ring. He beat up a deadbeat man.
You don't know. No, I'm just saying you could be a great father, but once you get beat up by a Dan from down the street or a neighbor in your own home, you lose all credibility as being a good father. It's like, damn.
So we get Liv Morgan versus Zelina Vega. And I put in the notes, this was mostly about Carmella sitting on the table.
Yeah.
But Zelina Vega did pick up her first win in, I don't know how many years.
She beat Liv Morgan, me and Eric has a theory. I almost said me and Eric, but Eric has a theory that the reason Liv Morgan is on TV lately so much is to counteract and pure pettiness. Pure pettiness. Ruby Riot's run, or Ruby Soho in the AEWs.
I didn't think that.
We kept the right one. That's what Eric's belief is.
I didn't think that. I think there was always a desire to push Liv. Like they were pushing Liv towards the back end of when Rusev was leaving, in that whole wedding scenario, but that no one understood where that was going. Like I don't think they fully thought that out. So I think there was always an intention to
shock
push.
Value.
Yeah, I think there was always an intention to push Liv. I just don't think they had any idea what to do with. So I need to ask the question. So Charlotte was wearing red on Monday.
Yes.
Carmella was wearing red.
Yes.
Who did it better?
I'm gonna go with Carmella. Charlotte looks like she's dressed as Super Mario.
No, Charlotte is dressed like Eddie Murphy from Raw.
They both look like they got a piece of Eddie Murphy from Raw. They look like a tag team, for God's sakes.
And Carmella looks like Britney Spears in whatever music video. I think it's Oops, I Did It Again.
Let's go with that one. I'm pretty sure. They both kind of look like they were cosplaying as Britney Spears.
No,
Britney Spears was a WWE champion.
Carmella is Eddie Murphy from Raw. From many years ago. When did he release that? In the 80s?
Eddie Murphy Raw? Yeah. Well, Eddie Murphy didn't wear red. He did. He wore purple on Raw. Oh, it's Delirious. Delirious, he wore red.
Yeah. Oh, so she's Eddie Murphy from Delirious.
Yes. God, comedians were different back then.
Eric said Carmella wins hands down. Is that because Michael Cole stared at them toes?
Do you mean hands down? I
want your hands up.
I want your hands up. Yeah, I want your hands up. Looking at these photos, Eric. I don't trust you. Oh. But yeah, they should team up. I feel like at this point, they're gonna red like that, and they're gonna match like that, and not communicate on who's gonna do this Britney Spears Lita cosplay. They need to decide.
Very Lita-like as well.
They better decide who's gonna be who. But you know, each of them have their own SA Rios. So I say Charlotte has a better version of SA Rios and Andrade.
That's bringing up more obscure wrestling references now.
Come on, everybody loves the SA Rios.
I do love SA Rios a few months ago. I'm
gonna say this. SA Rios. Speaking of Jannetty's, he is the first male Jannetty in the history of wrestling. And what I mean by that is that a woman, Lita, turned him into a Jannetty real quick. She overshot him quick.
No, that's why I say you're wrong, sir. The first male Jannetty in that scenario is Mark Mero.
When Mark Jannetty is a man,
it's Mark Mero.
I think Lita man got SA Rios before Mark Mero got through Sable.
No,
I don't have a timeline.
Mark Mero is in 98, I think. 98, 99.
Which Rios is Lita?
SA Rios is, I think, 2000.
That might be like 97. I feel like he got her. I feel like that was on WWE Challenge. That's how old that shit is. Mero got the Raw.
The real test is just type in Hardy Boys, and then you find out when Lita joined them.
Well, she left S.A. Rios well before she joined the Hardy Boys.
The worst thing is I typed in Hardy Boys with an S, and I got the book.
I don't want the book. That's always been a problem. No one cares about them detective brothers. I care about the ones that are jumping through ladders and shit and killing themselves. And I'm talking about Jeff. I'm just talking about Jeff.
So they got with Lee. I don't even know. In 2000.
Yeah, she was already around for like 3 years with S.A. Rios.
She debuted in July 5th, 1999. Oh wait, that's when she was part of the Ho Train. Wow.
Now, that happens. That happens.
And then she debuted with Rios in 2000.
Okay. And then
became a part of Team Extreme.
All right.
In June 2000.
When did Mark Merrill and Sable hook up on Raw or TV?
Mark Mero.
The
I can't
Wild
believe
Man.
I can't believe this has derailed the show.
This has. This is facts.
Okay, so his Wikipedia is feud with Sable and departure.
That's all I want.
His feud with Sable started in 1997.
Oh shit, he got her. Damn it. He is the first Janetti. He got Janetti by his woman.
Even Eric, like, you guys have been derailed. You know this is gonna happen when it's us two. You're normally the one that reins it in.
On Saturday, it's anything goes on Saturday, okay? Anything goes. The lights are out, okay? The lights are out, and when they come back on, we will do a actual show. But it is not sanctioned by the sharpshooters.
Okay,
But
so
we had to come up with these facts. If the Lumberjack would have came up with these facts, we wouldn't have to do it ourselves. But we had to know if Mark Merrill was derailed before Sable derailed S.A. Rios.
but you normally, if we were properly derailed, there'd be silence whilst we were fact checking. We were still talking. So Happy Corbin with Happy Talk. So basically, Kevin Owens interrupts by his ambush by returning Riddick Moss, and they double teamed him.
Honestly, I think Baron Corbin's forming the most hated faction of all time. And I don't know how Kevin Owens is going to come. If it's Happy Corbin, Riddick Moss, and Logan Paul as a team, that might be the most hated group in the history of wrestling.
I don't think enough people care enough about Riddick Moss to hate him yet.
Well, he looked like he just got out of jail from doing what he did in the underground. Like he was the fall guy. Like Shane was like, "You're going to jail for this, Riddick. I didn't do anything, Shane. This is your idea. This is your idea, and I'll compensate you when you get out." All right.
So
about a year and a half.
Nikki Ash with Rhea Ripley versus Natty and Tamina. This just happened.
Yes. Confusion struck me, man. I was like, oh yeah, Nikki could be on all shows and now can be booed on every single show. And immediately when I heard her music, I was like, she's fighting Natty, isn't she? By the way, SmackDown was a very female-orientated wrestling show. Like, there were only, 2 men's matches on the show, and then the rest of them was all female segments.
Yeah. And then Shotzi and Nox came out, shot the missile, making their claim for the tag team titles.
According to McAfee, the missile traveled through the ceiling.
No, it hit the rope and bounced back.
Yeah, but McAfee said it exploded. It exploded, and it went through the roof, and it might still be going.
Do you know what? I love McAfee enough to believe everything he says.
Yeah, I buy into all of it. My favorite McAfee moment, my fat ass broke the table. I should have been dancing about it. That was my favorite McAfee moment. He covered for that table spot. It's like, I must have broke it. I was going too hard.
So Dominic is in the back telling his dad he would have beat Sammy if he wasn't smothering his ass.
Yes. You're a terrible coach, Ray. And then Sammy comes up out of the shadows.
And I'm not
Talk
gonna
about-
lie. Everything he said to him was smart.
He's like, leave your daddy. He's costing you everything. Just trust your instincts inside. Trust right here. You know what's right. I thought he was leading him to the dark side, and I want Sammy and Dominic to team up. And he liberates Dominic. And Dominic comes out, has finally been liberated from that suffocating father I know as Rey Mysterio.
And then
SmackDown has some drama.
No, well, the drama comes now.
Yes.
Naomi comes out to the ring. Comes out saying that she was disrespected, insulted, ignored, and demands a match. Out comes Sonya Deville. She said no.
He said, what are you doing?
Then Naomi challenges her to a match. And as Sonya states, we all know I'll smack the glow off her face.
Yes! Not only, I thought she was going to say I'm not an active member, but she know I'll beat the shit out of you. And then, but I'm also not active right now. Police! She called the police on Naomi.
Like 2 security guards. I've seen worse come out for other people.
Well, it was clearly enough because Naomi didn't react. She didn't react. She didn't resist.
No, so
Although,
the most hateful stuff came out while she was being taken away by security.
yes.
We all know after your elaborate entrance is over, everything else is downhill from there. True. I believe it's true. We have given you a ball multiple times and you constantly drop the ball.
Just throwing daggers out there. And this is where I felt security failed. Because she could have hit Sonya Deville. I don't know what restraint Naomi has or what she's been doing. But security was so far behind her that Sonya Deville was like, can y'all get her out of here? She just stopped. And I was like, oh shit. She could have taken out. And I am enjoying this feud more than any feud in wrestling. I don't care what anybody says. It is tense.
Based on Sonya's comments, and she was also wearing a Burberry tie. Based on Sonya's comments, I don't think Naomi ever deserved better. Naomi has been put in a place by Sonya Deville.
I am enjoying all of this. And you want to know the scary part about this segment, Manny? I called it from the scratch, from the beginning. When she came out, and I was like, well, earlier in the show, I was like, Naomi had to show up. And I was like, I told Eric, I cannot wait till Naomi show up tonight. I cannot. And then she came out, and I was like, who's she fighting? She doesn't have an opponent. And then I was like, she gonna end up going to jail over this shit.
Well, so this is you came up with all this attitude last week, which I was like, great, new Naomi's here. No, you come back with a glow. Didn't like that.
No, she can't.
And then
she came out
attitude
demanding her match.
And then her attitude just changed. Like, it wasn't like the one where she got up in Sonya's face.
Hey, you know how there's an adage that money changes people, Manny? Money changes you when you get fined an undisclosed amount. I don't know if she was fined, but she was like, shit, we can't afford this.
Well, Jimmy's got that.
We're on Jimmy's DUIs. No, we're on Jimmy's DUIs. There's only so much we can afford.
Who did Naomi pay to do her entrance?
Like, she was not scheduled to be here. Did she just go to, play my damn music? And the guy was like, shit, I ain't messing with no black woman. Not tonight. It's going to be an easy night of work. She's going to kick my ass.
So we do get Montez Ford versus Roman Reigns. I like how Montez did step on the table and just collapse.
Yes.
I'm assuming
fat ass.
I'm assuming they were going to put Montez through that table at some point during that night.
Yeah, so I had 2 theories on when this table was going to break. One is when he stepped on the table, I thought he was going to run across, Roman was going to catch him, and probably Samoa drop him through a table, and then they were going to a commercial. That was one theory. The second one was at the end of the show when they put him through a normal table. That was supposed to be Montez's fate. Either way, he was going to that table tonight no matter what.
And the funniest part was Heyman telling him Montez has not suffered enough for his sins.
The man did not even talk. But this is why we are not getting that match this Sunday, I don't think. I'm expecting them to say Montez was injured in this match, therefore the match is off.
And the Academy coming after them.
Yep.
I'm not questioning that it would be a good match. I'm just questioning like the fan involvement is going to be confused because it's heel versus heels.
Yeah, but you can easily turn the Academy face. It's not like they're the evil as heels. And people love the Otis anyway. Otis got to do the word one time. People are back like, oh yeah, I like this guy. He's a good guy. Reminds me of Chris Farley.
You know how hard I have to think to remember Chad's name sometimes? Like this whole time you were talking about them two. I was like, who's his tag partner? I was like, oh, Chad Gable.
Oh, it's Shorty G.
So that was SmackDown. Oh no, wait. Ford got destroyed by a chair and put through a table, and then the Dark Jesus appeared.
Yeah, decided to show up late after his black brother was put through a table already. Why didn't you help me sooner, Black Jesus? Why didn't you help me sooner?
Well, you can tell by the smoke he was too busy going, Buffalo Soldier in the heart of America.
You smell that? That's weed. Weed. Can we drug test Finn Balor is out of the title picture due to drug felling a wellness program. But that was SmackDown. I thought it had a few good segments, but it was just an okay show. It was more story driven. Yeah, it was just there. By the way, Edge in tweet say he's going to be on SmackDown next week.
Again, old man Edge back.
Yeah, back on the Twitter. Talk about, yeah, you motherfucker. You know, my career's not over just yet. I'll talk to you on Twitter. But evidence for this show, what I got. Naomi and Sonya can't wait for them to step into the ring and kill each other for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And Sonya Deville's return to the ring. 2, Montez Ford doesn't need Dawkins. Let's get that solo run going.
I'm telling you now, all you got to do is put a headband on Montez Ford and you don't need Dawkins ever again.
He's just a headband.
That's all he is.
Nah, fam. We want the smoke.
All Montez needs to add to his wrestling is that spin into the corner, splash, and that's it.
Yes.
Montez don't need no power
And
game.
he's doing so much better. He can height and everything.
Dawkins don't bring no power game, really.
You know, man, all he brings is that spinning splash. Montez can do that by himself.
See? You put a headband on Dawkins, he's done.
If you had one of Joy, the new Hurt Business with Bearcat Lee and Apollo and whoever, which one are you putting in there? Ford or Dawkins?
First of all, Dawkins could never be taken seriously. Like, if you were to give him a serious character gimmick, I don't think he could pull it off. And I don't think Montez could either, because he's too hyped.
I feel Montez could get serious on you and just because he goes through a array of emotions during his promos. I'm out of control. I'm singing. I'm dancing. I'm happy. And then he just look at the camera. I want to smoke. And it's like, oh, okay, you crazy. You want to fight? I team him up with Trick Williams. And decline of Montrez. He leaves Bianca. It's him, Trick, Carmelo, and Gigi Dolan. They can have Gigi.
Why is everyone so hyped on Gigi Dolan?
Well, it was because Trick, the way he looked at Gigi after she rubbed the rose on his chest, seemed like he was about to catch a case of what Gigi was about to do.
Catch a case. He was sporting a boner already.
Yeah, he had that toxic attraction going.
Let's move into AEW Rampage.
The end.
I didn't have a problem with it, but
it was not a good show.
Do you know? No, but I got very tired of it because it was basically tag match con, and I hate tag matches. Too many of them, I get very bored of them.
I feel like this show only needed to be an hour, and I felt like that crowd needed this only to be an hour. I don't know why they decided to go Grand Slam two nights in a row. This 4-hour shit, it killed the crowd in the first Dynamite. They really had very little left to begin with, and most of the time it was just sitting down. Like, I feel like they didn't get into it until maybe the Lucha Bros were fighting the Butcher and the Blade again. And like CM Punk and Hobbs was. I guess we can go in order. CM Punk and Hobbs. Let's just do it in order. Before I run through the entire show.
CM Punk was better. This match was actually better than the match with Darby.
No, it wasn't.
It
Oh, how
was.
dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
It
No, it
was.
wasn't. This match was the most okay, barely there match I've ever seen in my life.
I preferred it over Darby.
Oh, you're crazy. You're a sick man, Manny. You're a sick man. And this is me as a black man in America rooting against Hobbs, but Darby Allin had a beat.
Eric said it was really bad for edits to be a tape show, and then he also said, "Manny is right, Marcus."
You don't know what he's right about. You don't know. He hasn't clarified. I'm not wrong on what I'm saying. Darby and Punk was better. CM Punk was gassed in this one. He fell on his head. There were some botches in a tape show, in a tape match. This match was not that good. They both needed work.
I preferred it to Darby. I think CM Punk is wiped off a little bit more of the ring rust, because I felt like there was very much more rust in the Darby match. Eric said the only thing missing from the Hobbs match was the energy from the crowd. Yeah.
Well, they were dead. They were already dead. CM Punk had come out earlier, and they already had their Omega and Kenny match. They shot their load way too early. They had to wait. They had nothing left. No one was expecting a Rampage taping tonight. They weren't ready for that. They weren't ready to go 4 hours hard. This was like watching a Smackdown crowd. No, I'm sorry. That's disrespect, man. It was like watching a Raw crowd where you just going like, "What's the next segment?" Oh, shit. Here comes the 24/7. Here comes Reginald. Jesus Christ, we never get out of here.
And then we get the Super Click versus the Jungle Friends.
Solid, but I didn't care.
It was a spot fest.
It was a spot fest, but I expected a few more spots. I expected more spottiness.
Thing is, because this was the first tag match of the night, I didn't mind it as much. Like it was at that point where I was still watching it, and I still kind of was all right with it.
I thought the better match was the Lucha Bros and Pride and Powerful with the against the Butcher Blade and whoever else was in that match and the Private Party. I thought that was a better spot fest of a match.
Then we get the Men of the Year with Dan Lambert.
This match was trash.
They were like, I was like, why didn't they let Dan get on the mic to wake up this crowd? Versus Jericho and Hager. This match was terrible. But like,
it was trash.
But like the fact is, it could have been the best match ever. But I wasn't nearly paying any attention to it. I was like, I don't care about anything from this. They're not doing anything. They won't do anything with Sky or Paige after this.
Well, I don't know. Jorge Masvidal it's the new entry in our V-Trigger battle, where Kenny Omega is now dropped to 3rd place in the best V-Trigger in the game.
But where'd you put Mandy? Where'd you put Mandy, 1st or 2nd?
Mandy is still number 1. Mandy is still number 1 because she'll lay you out. Jericho had to be held. She didn't have to hold. She doesn't have to cheat to get her V-Trigger. She just lends it and it's over. It's lights out.
The brunette bruiser.
She's gonna take you out with that V trigger. The V stands for vagina.
So yeah, you said the Hardy family officers versus the Lucha Bros and Santana and Ortiz. This was also a spot fest, but yeah, I did enjoy it. But like at this point, that was their 3rd tag match.
Yeah, but I enjoyed this more, and I thought maybe it's because of the Lucha Bros. Maybe it's because of Rey Fenix that he carried this match by himself. He's just a spectacle to see. He's a spectacle to see, and I would throw all the money at him to go fight Dominic and become Rey Mysterio's new son. That's Rey Mysterio. It's the son I always wanted.
So I'm not sure if this actually happened in picture-in-picture because I was watching an internet version of this. During the break, Miro kills both Fuego del Sol and Sammy Guevara.
This happened on TV.
It did.
Yeah, and well deserved. Well deserved. I don't even know what they were coming out to do. As the guy in the front row was staring at, come on guys, let's wrap it up. Why are we getting this segment? Miro was like, yes, let's wrap this up. And he killed Fuego del Sol for the 80th week in a row, Rampage. That's what I need to expect from Rampage. The legacy of AEW Rampage is when we reminisce. Is that I remember Fuego del Sol getting his ass whooped 80 times.
And then we get Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford.
God!
This was terrible. Ford wins with another knuckle duster shot, and then Tay Conti also gets the knuckle duster.
Can I also say, this felt like the longest match of the night, if not the longest segment of the night. And I want to go talk to Tony, your boy TK, and say, we could have cut this out. We could have cut all of this out, please. Just cut it out. This match was terrible. Like, from the run-in to the Dark Order's Dissension storyline and them breaking up again. All of it, from the beginning to the end, was absolute ass. And to the Orange Cassidy coming out for like the third time this night. In slow motion. Like, here we're coming to make... People making saves these days, but they don't ever actually make the save. I felt like Penelope already knocked these girls out, and it was like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? They're choking on their tongue right now. And you over there walking out like a sloth, slow motion, full entrance, and you standing on the ramp. We did what we had to do. What you gonna do? And by the time we got there, we still at the ring. We were like, we're done. Got no beef with you.
And then we get the lights out match. You turn my light off. With Lance Archer, Minoru Suzuki, there's John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. There was chair joust in this.
And you gotta give him credit for the chair joust.
No, I'm not. Do you know why? Because a few months ago, this thing happened on the left, and then people shit all over it. Yes. Suddenly, Minoru Suzuki and John Moxley play with chairs. Suddenly it's cool. No, fuck you.
No. I'm going to tell you this. Crush Joust is so much better than Chair Joust because Crush Joust had this unnecessariness about it that made it necessary. Because they were both faking injuries.
And one of the early days of Barefoot Charlotte.
Yes. This is when you knew shit was going to get dangerous. Now she's swinging crutches. But I can hear the Duels of Faith from Star Wars song when I see the Crush Joust. Greatest fight song combination of all time. By the way, shout out to Rampage for interrupting the Star Wars marathon on TNT. So, they're in the middle of the Star Wars marathon. Empire Strike Back is ending. And it's like AEW Rampage. And then AEW Rampage is with Return of the Jedi coming on. I'm like, they're in the middle of this. They interrupted. Somebody at home was like, fuck. I gotta wait for Jedi. Of all the places you can watch this is where they have to watch it.
Paper Tyler asked, you guys managed to catch any of the G1 this week? No. The only person out of the two of us that probably do that would be Marcus.
Yeah, and I just haven't had time. I was too busy watching Squid Games and figuring out how many times I died.
Please tell me Eric watched Squid Games.
I tried to get him to do it. I told him, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Just watch the first episode. Watch him play red light, green light, damn it. Just watch him play red light, green light. I just enjoyed the panic in the first episode. The red light, green light. Oh, fuck! Like, because that's everybody's reaction. Like, what's going on? We're playing red light, green light. It was all fun and games, and this dude's dead. And then them seeing the first shot not realizing what's going on.
Let's just close this segment out, and then we'll talk about the Squid Game, because that was the most important thing this week. So,
SmackDown. Let's give my final review. SmackDown was okay. Rampage to me was trash, and they killed that crowd. Both shows didn't really do much. Raw winner, best show of the week for me. Don't care.
Yeah, I would say Raw. Probably. It's strange to say Raw was the best best show of the week. It's strange.
What a comeback!
Do you know, like a part of you just like, was it? Like, yeah. I watched it. I'm like, am I sure? No, I know what. It's not. It wasn't the best show of the week. The best show of the week was Squid Games. I cared about nothing else this week.
All right. So, at this portion of the show, Manny, I guess we got to turn our lights off again. The lights will go out. But when they come back on, it will be 100% Squid Games talk with spoilers.
So if you're listening and you don't want to, if you intend to watch this show, don't listen. I would stop listening now. For you, the show has ended. But if you're the Diz man that has an email that I need to read out, which I'm hoping he hasn't written it in a way that I've ruined it by using my voice.
Do you want to read the email before we turn the lights off? Because I turned my light. We can adjust. All right.
I think we should.
And to transition to this man's email as you get it up, I want to shout out to J.K. Smush for that good morning. Fuck Hulk Hogan, brother. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, it's Fuck Hulk Hogan week because it's your birthday coming up.
Yes. Yes, it's National Fuck Hulk Hogan Week here on Discovery Channel. Instead of Shark Week, we got Fuck Hulk Hogan Week. And it's just people just bashing and Hulk Hogan's worst moments of his career.
It's about how many hours of Iron Sheik footage of Fuck Hulk Hogan. I put him in camel clutch and make him break his back and make him humble.
Also, Fuck Hulk Hogan Week also comes with Iron Sheik Appreciation.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it's just people talking nonstop shit about Hulk Hogan. Just everybody had hates him. Piper from the grave comes out. We got Piper footage of just talking shit about Hogan.
Okay, so let me read out this email. So
Randy Savage raps.
I'm pretty sure he's left out the rhyme because he realized how badly I butchered it last time he sent in an email. So he's left it with, what's really good, Sharpies? What's really good? I'll probably ruin that as well. To start off the email, I'd like to say thank you to Lord Manny for recommending the episode of Chris Family with Tyler Breeze. It was really good to listen. I like Tyler's attitude towards everything. I also like that he had backup financial plans so he didn't have to solely rely on WWE's income. I too would like to recommend this episode, and I think you'll enjoy it. Also, to return the favor, I want to recommend an interview on Talk is Jericho with Ruby Soho. Ooh. Another podcast I would recommend is Talk is Jericho.
I thought there was somewhere of an insult right there. Go, ooh, I can't watch that.
No. I think you're gonna disagree with this one. Also, another podcast I'd recommend is Talk is Jericho episode with Mark Henry. I'd love to get your guys' thought.
Don't have the time.
Don't interrupt me when I'm reading an email. I'm talking as Mark Henry.
Manny, I'm sorry. I will never interrupt you when you read an email and impersonate Mark Henry.
Because now you have made me want to do it also whilst reading another email, and I don't want to be here all day. I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on some points. Something that I have noticed is that a lot of talent these days aren't mad at WWE anymore. They aren't taking things personal these days. Maybe we as fans can adopt that philosophy and understand that WWE is not the be-all, end-all, and that their favorite wrestler will be okay. I mean, we've been saying that for months. Like, when all these releases were coming, like
all these people are going to bounce back.
Yeah, you'll bounce back. Unless you're really shit.
Yeah. Unless you, have no place in the industry and you burned a bunch of bridges. Unless you're Ryback, you can bounce back. And even Ryback has bounced back by just saying random shit and people want to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're in this point in how fragile the world is at this moment. To be burning bridges when work opportunities are a little bit short at the moment is not a good thing. So, people like Tyler Breeze who are leaving on good terms, even Adam Cole and Brian Danielson leaving on terms that they did and going to another company, they haven't bashed the company because there's always an intention that you could probably go back. and do
Yes,
business.
potential of that. And, you know, not everybody had the same experience in the same company.
Yeah.
Like, if you take into movie studios, Scarlett Johansson suing, you know, Marvel and Disney for her rights of whatever was going on in her movie. That's somebody leaving on bad terms with a studio. And I'm sure there are other instances of people leaving movie studios on bad terms because fuck them, they fucked me over, or whatever business. But not everybody's experience is like that. Some people actually have good experiences in WWE. Some people have bad experiences in WWE. And just like any other profession in the world, maybe there certain places aren't a fit for you, and then you find more opportunities and a better dynamic or a company that works better for you. Like some things just don't gel. It don't work out.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to look at it. It's just like you went there for a job, it didn't work out. You don't always like the job you're at.
Yeah, just check out the NBA. Ben Simmons is having a hard time in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Decides not to go up. And Zion Williamson is apparently ghosted the New Orleans Pelicans.
But like you got to look at that. It's just like you got to look at things as just a business. You can't just start taking things personally like that because sometimes things just don't work out. It's your responsibility to try and make the best out of that opportunity, regardless. So like half of the onus falls on you as at the same time as them as your employer that's supposed to be using you as the best. You're there. You've signed the contract. You're there. But whatever happens after that is a subsidiary of it. That's not right. That's not how you say that word. I know.
No. It don't matter, Manny. But if you want to also go on record, or if you want to say another analogy would be, and I'm going to take your favorite team, the Jets. Sam Darnold did not work out with the Jets, and you know everybody declared he's shit and he got destroyed.
Oh, he's having a career year now.
Yeah, and now 2 weeks into the next season, he's like one of the MVP candidates of the league with his quarterback. And it's like, oh, this is working out for him. And it works. It's like that a lot. Like Kurt Warner was considered shit for all those years, and he was playing arena football, comes to the Rams, goes to the Cardinals, and has success there as well. So it's like, oh, this works out.
Yeah, it's just sometimes things are not the right opportunity. It's like if you go, I don't know if it was the Royal Rumble 24 or it was an AJ Styles documentary on the WWE Network, but it was around he was talking to either Kevin Dunn or one of the other producers. Can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Power to the People. What's his name?
John Laurinaitis.
John Laurinaitis. Where they were talking like around ringside while they were setting up the ring, and they were talking about how he wasn't signed when they bought WWE. I mean WCW. They didn't buy out his contract to have him come over to WWE.
Yeah.
And then AJ was just like kind of just saying, oh, it probably just wasn't the right time because like I think AJ would have been cut. And just another guy if he didn't have that experience in Impact and New Japan and then Ring of Honor and all those other places. If he didn't have those, I don't think he'd be where he is now.
He would have been Paul London.
Yeah.
Or something. And he wouldn't have made it who he is. Some things happen for a reason and people become better. Like Miro being released from WWE, we get to see a full unleashed Miro, what he's able to do as God's favorite champion. He could never beat us in WWE. He could never be God's favorite champion. The Redeemer.
I think he could, but I think you'd get backlash because of how publicly traded that company is. That you couldn't do that god shit anymore. They tried it, and I'm pretty sure they got backlash from it. It was actually at Backlash when God teamed with Shawn Michaels.
God came. Can I talk to you for a minute? I need you to stop mentioning me by name and associate me with your very double jointed wife. Okay, stop bringing me up. Don't put us in the same sentence.
So, moving on, I wanted to say that I actually enjoyed this week's episode of NXT 2.0, and I think I understand what they're trying to do. This may have been already said as of me writing this, but I think the point of NXT 2.0 is to slow things down. AEW is known for its fast-paced and rather than try to out-quick them. I think they're going to go in the other direction and pace themselves a little more. Just because the other guys are going at 100 doesn't mean you have to go at 200. And you know what? I'm not mad about that. I mean, I can see that. I think the project of 2.0 is just to make their own people, much like when WCW came about and then all their stars were jumping over there, and then you got this brash of new talent. It was mostly Hogan and The Rock.
Yeah.
but then when the 2000s hit, you got the thrush of people coming in of Brock Lesnar, the OVW guys, Brock Lesnar, Shelton, Benjamin, Brock, Batista, and Randy Orton. It was like you had to make your own stars to continue.
Yeah, and I was telling this to Eric, and I was going like, this NXT 2.0, you want to know why it's a good thing? And you know why you enjoyed it? It's because for the past 15 to 20 years, we've watched the exact same wrestlers in any company. In any company right now. Whether you're the Bucks and Kenny, whether you're John Cena and Edge and Seth and all these guys, it's been the same people. AJ, all these people have been in wrestling in some form of passion, whether main event or stuff. All these guys have been around for 20 years, and it's nice to just see some random ass new people. Like, you just go, this is some fresh blood, because it's been the same people for this long. Whether you're Drew McIntyre or Randy Orton or Bobby Lashley or Dustin Rhodes and Sting, it's been the same fucking people for 20 to 15 years. And it's nice to see just new people and being shocked of what they're going to do next. Not shocked like Joe Gacy getting kicked off of TV and losing everything he had. Kind of shocked.
Do you know what? Fuck news for that.
Yeah. If I'm going to be, we're in this together. You fucked us up. We have shareholders, damn it, and are liberal and conservative. We don't want to offend any of them.
By the way, Slapjack has a new gimmick. He's Crocodile Dundee. He's Crocodile Dundee.
Wait, what?
He's gone full like Australian. He's got the hat with the little crocodile teeth.
How could wrestling get more racist? Oh, we need a Crocodile Dundee.
I don't even think Crocodile Dundee is quite that relevant these days either.
Crikey!
Oh, blimey!
That's not a knife. This is a knife, which is the greatest quote of all time. Whenever I get into a knife fight, I'm going to say that, and I'm going to lose that knife fight because I'm not going to actually have a knife.
Okay, so and then he says, finally, the big reason for my email is because I enjoyed the Serial Wrestling Federation talk last Saturday. I'm glad someone did, because I think me and Marcus really enjoyed that segment. And
I put my heart and soul into that.
And I was hoping for more people to like interact with that.
It's so fun.
So much so that I decided to create my own card, and it goes like this: emanating from the kitchen of the house. It's early morning brawl. Oh, that is a wicked name.
Early morning brawl.
Live in the kitchen bowl. Coming live from the cereal bowl.
Cereal bowl.
On the card in a fast-paced singles action will be from the Fruit Loops clique. Toucan Sam will be taking on the Trix Rabbit. Orange juice, apple juice, and coffee will do battle in a triple threat match. I'm taking orange juice in that. No,
I enjoyed me some orange juice. I enjoy apple juice. But I'll be realistic. No one gets over coffee. No one gets over coffee. People love coffee. People love it. They are addicted. They are hooked to coffee. They are hooked to it.
I'm an apple juice guy.
No, I enjoy my juice, but if I'm booking and I'm going to try to make money, coffee is always winning. Coffee is always winning. People love it. Gets that crowd hyped. Gets that crowd hyped. Energizes the crowd.
In a grudge match, He's booked the Rice Krispies like they're the New Day. Crackle and Pop with Snap in their corner will take on Fruity Pebbles.
I like that Pop is Woods.
No, Snap is Woods.
Oh, Snap's not in the match.
No, Snap's in the corner.
Okay.
Snap's working the floor. In the Falls Count
Go
any-
Pop. Crack. Go Pop.
No, it's Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies. In a Falls Count Anywhere match, Captain Crunch will take on Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tiger.
I like that he's building him as just Tony. Just remind everybody, the Tiger, motherfucker, the Tiger.
In a Legends match, Marcus.
Oh, wow.
Cornflakes, Cornelius Rooster. I didn't even know that was the name of the rooster.
I
Takes
didn't know
on,
he had a black ass name like that.
take on Honey Nut Cheerios Honeybee. In a Loser Leaves Town match, Oatmeal will take on Cream of Wheat with Grits, with special with Grits as the special guest referee.
These matches, I love that they're all. It's like the Extreme Rules card because everything has a stipulation.
And in the main event, we see tag team action as Pancakes and Sausage, along with their valet, Mrs. Butterworth,
Boo! She got nuclear heat.
takes on French Toast with his girls Peaches and Cream, and the French sympathizer, Scrambled Eggs.
I would like the scrambled eggs when he goes heel becomes hard boiled.
Whoa.
Hard boiled.
No, the eggs are generally just a faction on their own, right?
Yeah, the eggs. The eggheads.
You got your scrambled eggs, you got your fried egg.
The jobber of the group is over easy. He's clearly. Oh, it's over easy. We beat him.
Hopefully you like my card. If plans go right next week, I'll have a Marty Jannetty story. Oh!
Oh!
You bet. You can't promise that. You need to deliver on that.
I want him to be a part of Breakfast Clan with special guests.
Mike.
Announcer Marty Jannetty. Just do anything for a payday.
Anyway, Sharpies, I'm gonna go. But you guys take care, and remember, don't get too busy building a life that you forget to live. Oh, wow.
Dang, deep.
That's
Part
deep.
of those motivational travels quotes and
Yeah, later guys. Signed Adrian, aka the Dizman, author of AWO Big Time Players
hey.
books, available on I was going to say Smackdown on Amazon for $14.98 if you get them together.
Nice. Oh, Manny,
You didn't even put that. I added that.
for the breakfast. Oh, nice. For the breakfast show, their weekly TV show, it has to be Snackdown. Snackdown.
No, Snackdown is the Battle of the Snacks, Marcus. Breakfast is completely different. I mean, if you want to book Snackdown at some time, we can do that too.
We can book Snackdown. All right. Again, the Rice Krispies have their hand in this one because Rice Krispie treats will be this week on Snackdown.
You know, after that conversation, I had a what's the word? A hankering for some Frosties.
Are you talking about the knockoff cereal? Or
No,
the
they're
actual?
called, I call them Frosties.
Frosted Flakes?
Yeah, they're called Frosties here.
What?
Yeah.
Frosties is a knockoff bread. Frosted
No.
Flakes. Or
They're
do I
made
gotta
by
mix it up?
Kellogg's. They're made with Kellogg's. They've got
Oh.
Tony the Tiger on the box.
Oh, these are authentic.
Yeah,
Oh,
not about
shit.
fake cereal. I'm rich,
Oh.
bitch.
J.K. Exposure, did we see?
He asked that ages ago, but I was too busy reading the email. Do you see the Kurt Warner movie? No, I haven't seen the trailer for that.
I haven't, but I'm sure it's not with a budget, and I'm sure that it's going to be heavily religious.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it's going to be like, I prayed in the middle of the huddle, and then he throws a touchdown. It's like, what? Take away from the coordinator. Take away from the coordinator. God is my offensive coordinator. I don't know why I have a southern accent.
Okay, so we're gonna now talk about Squid Games. So I'm gonna end the show here while we turn off the light and say, wise man,
Yes.
why are we still here?
To talk about. We're back.
Okay, so this is, if you're still here and you get spoiled now, this is your fault.
Yes, because this show is worth not being spoiled. It is stunning. It's
such a
stunning
great
and
show.
addicting. Yeah, it's so addicting. It's in the vein of a million other parodies of Battle Royale, whether it's Steve Austin's The Condemned or The Hunger Games, or many tropes in which there's evil white people at the end with lots of money who wants to see anybody dead. That part popped me the most at the end when they brought the VIPs. And in my head, I was going, they're going to be white people. It's going to be white people.
You know what the worst part about
They're
those
blaming
VIPs?
white people. They're doing it.
How weird those white people were.
Yeah.
Like some of them had like a pillow of just two people, like
Yeah.
on top of their sofa,
Yes.
naked
There was-
people.
And this is how I believe billionaires live. This is how I believe the 1% of the world lives. I imagine them just going to a room with naked people as pillows and them sitting there wearing robes and masks. I was like, why are they in bathrooms? It's like they came, like, yes, we are here. And then, you know what the funniest part about that is that I didn't realize I wasn't reading subtitles when they were talking. And I was like, oh shit, they're white. That's what happened. They're American.
There was two options to watch this at the get-go. So you could either watch it in its native Korean and with English subtitles, or
Yes.
you could go the English dubbed and with subtitles if you still wanted them. I went with dubbed first after I got shamed by you afterwards.
Yep. It's so much better in Korean. It's so much better.
Do you know what it is? But what I'd tell you to go back in. Do you know the main character, Ji Han?
Yeah.
The voice they used for him, I'm pretty sure it's Keanu Reeves. The dubbed English voice is I'm pretty sure is Keanu Reeves. The annoying lady in it, that
Which one is the annoying lady? The pickpocket, the punk kid, or the crazy psycho bitch?
the psycho lady that has sex with the guy with the snake tattooed on his face.
Yeah, and you know the snake goes all the way down, Manny. That's what I learned in that sex scene. The snake goes all the way around.
She
The
has the
stupid
worst
tattoo.
she has the worst dubbed English voice. Very annoying. You go back and I tell you, go back and listen to it in dubbed. You'll hear the
Okay.
voice. You'll hear the voice, and some of them I'm just like, why are you using that voice? But yeah, so it starts off with we get this opening of Jihan, and he's being a deadbeat dad the whole way through.
Just terrible. No, he's not just being a deadbeat dad, just being a bad, just everything he was a bad person. He's living off his mom. He's addicted to gambling horses. He's begging everybody for money. He owes everybody money. He gets his ass whooped and then by the people he owes money and be like, hey, can I get 10,000 after this?
Yeah.
Like, he's just at the end of his rope of just being shitty. He's a poor father who's lost custody and his kids are going to go to America. Which is like, oh no!
Yeah, and then so he wins big. About 4 million won.
I don't know how this money is ranked, but I felt like that's probably going to add up to like $500.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a lot.
And everybody was talking about millions, and I was going like, nah, son, nah.
So I think the total payout of this whole game was about 46 billion won, whatever the currency was. I'm not sure what the currency was, but then when I looked on Wikipedia for the show of it, it said it equated to about $34 million, which doesn't even seem like a lot.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. It's changed your life.
It changed your life, but for a murder game.
Yeah, for a murder game, nah, I gotta get $1 billion at least. Like one of those $45 billion, like if you translate that to be a $30 billion, I was like, oh, those white dudes didn't spend that much. They were probably middle class rich people too.
So this guy's now down on his luck because he's running from his debt collectors. He's run into some girl who's pickpocketed his $4 million, and
his mother's in bad health. He doesn't know that yet at the time, but
yeah, he doesn't know that at the time. And then he meets this man on his way home after spending the rest of the day with his daughter, and then it's some weird game where it's basically Pogs. It's basically Pogs.
It's Pogs with just a bag or notebook paper or whatever.
And then he said he'd give him 100,000 won if he beat him, if he was able to do it. And he was like, I don't have money to give you if I don't. So it just becomes a slap. He gets slapped a lot of times.
It cost me $100,000 to slap the shit out of you, and to me that makes me laugh how many times he gets slapped. And then the part when they go into the actual room and they show everybody being shit slapped out of them. You guys all signed up for this. Y'all all wanted to smoke.
And then so he gets told basically if you want to carry on or win more money, there's more games to play. And then all this happens, and then he realizes he gets taken away. He calls the number. He gets taken away in a van to a mystery island where they play these games. And the first game, well, first of all, they don't know why they're there, and there was 467 of them there.
Yeah, and they were gassed up. They were just gassed. No one knows how they got there. They don't even know they're on the island at this point.
No, and then so they talk about the money they earned, and they talk about like you can't do this and all this stuff. But then they gave them the option that they can leave.
Mm-hmm.
But so they all go play the first game. They all sign up, and the first game, as we've mentioned numerous times on the show already, is red light, green light. With a spin,
fucking brutal.
With a spin, if you get caught moving, you're not just out, you're murdered. You're shot dead.
Yeah, it just shoots you dead. The fucking guns are just pointed at you with pure accuracy. I'm sure there are people who weren't moving that got shot. Like, the game is poorly constructed. It's just really bad. Like, I feel like somebody wasn't even moving and they got shot. It was like, what the fuck? And at this moment, I realized I'm dead. But my favorite thing is the reaction of the first guy getting shot, of everybody going like, is he dead? Let's continue to play. Oh shit, it's really shooting. And then everybody freaks out and they all end up getting shot. Like,
yeah, do you know what the thing about that was? They heard the rule. If you run, if you start moving, you're out. And they've seen the result of the first person, so like obviously I understand fear. But like, what are you doing at that point? I'm playing the game.
At that point, it's just pure panic. It's just pure panic at that point.
And they're all half of them are running to the escape.
Yeah.
They all die.
Yeah, they all just die. And you go like, what the fuck am I watching? Because I didn't know what I was getting into at all. And so when I go into it, I'm going like, well, I'm assuming there's oh, they killed everybody. Yep, they're really dead. They're really killing people. Like, when I was seeing this movie, I was like, oh, this must be a game show. Like, or something. And then I go, no, this is drama. And I was like, they're killing all these people. And then you see the number just drop in half. Like, how many people were there?
Yeah,
and then episode 2 is funny.
So first of all, we learn that they get given. They all choose to go home after this. There's this clause in it with if the majority say they don't want to play anymore, they don't have to play anymore, so they can go home. So the majority takes over by like one vote. They go home. and then they see how fucked up their lives are still, and then a good proportion, about maybe 20 of them didn't come back.
I think it was like 13 or something like that. I think it was 13. And he was like, check up on those 13. See how they do. What the fuck is their problem? I'll tell you this. I would have made 14. If I would have survived red light, green light, fuck no. I'm not coming back. It's not worth whatever that is. I don't care how shitty my life was. I was dead. People just ain't getting paid. I'll rethink my life. I get a job at this point. Because I am not coming back. I don't know about you, Manny. I'm not coming back.
I'm coming back. I'm not going through that. If I've survived red light, green light, I've gone through that already. So thinking about it, you've watched 200 people die at that point. I've seen enough shit now to ruin me for the rest of my life. I want to get paid.
Yeah, I may have seen that shit, but I'm also going to be grateful and humble and maybe even found Jesus at this point because there's no reason I shouldn't be a part of those 200. I made it out this far. I'm hitting the red X. I'm getting out. But then all these motherfuckers decide to come back. It's over 13.
I mean, if the player one, the old man with the tumor in his head, can win at red light, green light.
Yeah.
I fancy my chances.
Yeah, but twist at the end, the old man's behind everything. And,
Yeah, but do you know what I didn't understand about that?
Yeah.
At any point in this, he could have died. Was that part of it, or was the games rigged in his favor?
I think it was a little bit of both. Like those guys wouldn't probably shot him, or he just that's why he knew all the tricks to the games.
But red light, green light, the men with the shapes on their faces weren't shooting people. They were coming out the walls.
Yeah, and but they knew not to shoot. One, they probably either knew not to shoot him, or two, he played the game before. He said it's fun. He knows what he's doing.
No, he played it as a child.
Yeah, but I believe he probably watched the games. He's been doing it for they had games since like '99 and shit and stuff when that guy was going to the files. He's been running the shit, so he's good. He knows he's been doing his research on how to play these games.
Okay, so we both decided we probably might not survive game one.
Yeah, I would have been used as a human shield if somebody would have fell on me.
On let's say hypothetically we made it into the second game. I'm cutting that shape. I'm picking a triangle. That's an easy shape to cut out.
You didn't know it was a try. You didn't know what you were picking. I know. I would have picked the wrong shape. I know. I would have picked the fucking umbrella. Because honestly, the shape in my head, I'm going circle. Nothing bad can happen in a circle. I don't know what we're doing. I'm going circle.
So yeah, they're given this thing to carve out, and they need to carve out shapes. It was 4 shapes, and again, if you break the thing you're cutting the shape out with, or you break the shape, you're dead. You run it. If you go over time, you're dead. So a few people Jihan, the main character, made it just.
Yeah, so he decided to melt his with his tongue, and it was a good strategy, But I'm dead in that. I have no hand-eye coordination that I would be able to not break it. I would have broken it. I have a heavy hand. I would have broke that shit in a minute.
See, I would have survived that.
I would have died. I have no... Again, like I told you on last week's show, I can't color in between lines. Nope, couldn't do it.
And then, so, they're getting fed now, their breakfast, and they get given an egg. Just an egg.
No, they got some milk. Milk came with the egg, right?
It looked like beer. It was like a clear green bottle. And then...
oh, no, it was soda.
And then the ruffians decide to jump the line again and get more food, so people didn't get enough food to eat, which started a brawl.
Yeah, it started with like, we can just kill people. It was like, yeah, we can. Oh shit! Nighttime. Everybody fights to the death.
And then the only person with smarts was the old man, who was scared and terrified, who made his way to the top of the bunk beds where no one could get him, whilst murder was happening on the floor.
I believe that was the only time. I guess the old man got scared for that, and then he peed his pants at one point. Which
that was in the middle of the night. That was when he pissed himself in the middle of the night.
Maybe because he was old or the fear. I don't know.
Which led to nobody trusting each other, and then people starting to say we need to trust each other and all this nonsense.
Tug of war happens.
Yeah, tug of war happens. And I didn't realize there was strategy in tug of war.
Me either. I was like, just pull. I'm never losing a tug of war game ever again if this is right. I'm
Thanks to
gonna be
that
like,
old
hey,
man.
you motherfuckers go that side, you go this side, and at the same time we all go, ugh, we all lean back. We're gonna see heavier than what we are. At this point, Manny, I was like, I'm winning tug of war. I'm gonna be on there.
Hold on.
If I didn't pick up a good team, if I didn't have a good team, we lose. But
you would only win if you had that old man on that team, because you would have not known how to do that shit.
no, but my weight and natural strength would have helped me win that. Because I feel like I'd end up on a strong team. Because they're like, oh, he's a big dude. We gotta take him. Because they don't know it's tug of war, but they're taking men, and they're leaving women and old people on the side.
Yeah, I think I just.
We would have survived tug. I think tug of war. We would have made it. We would have made it.
And then we get to game 4. I can't remember what game 4. Game 4 was the marbles.
Yeah.
And so you have 10 marbles each. You have to pick a partner, and then all you have to do is get the marbles off the other person. So either way, if I was paired with Marcus, one of us is gonna die in this situation.
Yeah. Psychologically, this is the most fucked up one. Everybody picked up who their closest with. Or hopefully the guy I'll be considered the weak link, like the annoying girl, and ended up just being like, "Hey, how y'all doing? I'm the hot person. I'm the weakest link. Fuck y'all."
So the one that got me was when Sun Woo faked out the Indian guy.
I knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming, but I thought I was going to believe him.
I was like, why? No, I didn't believe him at all. I was like, this doesn't make any sense, and I am not listening to you. And as soon as he asked, let me get your marbles, let me put them in the safe place, I was like, he's switching them. He's switching them with something. He's putting sand in there or whatever. He's fucking them over. Like, I knew he was fucked. And I was like, you stupid, Ali. You're stupid. You're stupid. You deserve to die because you're stupid.
So he dies. The nicest one was the 2 girls, where they said, let's not rush into the game. Let's find out about things about each other, because we're not going to be able. Either way,
one of us is dead.
Either way, this isn't going to get out, because one of us is going to die from this. And then she heard the story about the I can't remember her name, the pickpocket that was a North Korean defector.
Yeah, and she's trying to get her family.
She's trying to get her family back over the border to be one family again, because her brother's living in an orphanage. She tells her that story, and then that's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
she's like, you hear it, and then the girl purposely loses.
She like just throws her marble to the ground. Is like, I'm out. You know, enjoy your life. And then she gets gunned down.
Yeah, she's like, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. You've got something out to live on for. And then I was just like, damn, this got real.
Yep. And so, you know, everybody's dead at this point. It's like 40 people left. And then it's the ridiculous game of the glass, walking across the glass.
Jesus, the glass.
Which is the real glass. This is the phony glass. And there's no way to tell except you see all these people just dropping and dying. My favorite is the one guy, I think I can tell. And then he's like, all right. Oh, shit. He ain't no shit. And all these people are just going. And then the snake face guy is like, I ain't fucking going anymore. And crazy bitch just grabs him. And is like, we're going to die together. I'm like, oh, shit.
See, I think I would have made it to the point when
Are you picking a high number or a low number?
I'm picking a middle number.
You're dead.
I would have died. I would have died.
You're dead.
I would have died even if I picked a high number.
Why is that?
As I told you, I am not coordinated, and my ankles are made of glass. Given that we are jumping onto planes of glass, whether they are the ones that you can land on, that can support weight, or the ones that are tempered glass, and the other one that just the glass, sugar glass, the ones they use for like wrestling, where you throw someone through a window or something.
Yeah.
If you land on that. So if I landed on one that I could land on, I would have landed. All my weight would have fell onto my ankles. I would have fallen off. And like
Yeah.
I'm falling off the side to my death either way.
I'm dead in this one too. I just feel like it's like, oh, it can hold 2 people. I think I weigh that much now. That was normal glass. That was normal glass. And everybody's like, what the fuck? That was normal glass, right? Which one? And like, even the game people are like, fuck. But no, I feel like I would have, at the glass point, I would try to break the glass that's ahead of me. I don't know what I have.
You haven't got a shoe or anything at that point. You're
you
barefoot.
don't have to take. You don't have to take off your shoe, right?
You do.
Was
you
that
had to.
Was,
yeah. I
oh,
think
was
the
a rule?
You had to. Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a rule. I saw people taking off their shoe, and I was like, I don't know if that's the rule or not, but I'm keeping my shoe. I am throwing shoes. I am throwing shoes and trying to hit which was the broken glass. Like, oh, okay,
But the other thing is, do you know how like there were 2 rows of them, so you had to jump in between as well.
Yeah.
If I had to jump across, I'm fucked as well. That's a bigger jump.
Yep.
Needless to say, I'm not tall, people. I don't have those long legs to jump.
You don't have the jumping ability of Super Mario.
No.
So,
Every day in my life, anytime I jump is.
But yeah, I'm dead in this one too. Oh, and it's just like like that one just seemed like it sucked. Cause it seemed like this you have to be at the back to really win this, cause you get to see all the other answers. Like my favorite is the dude who was like, who figured out because he was a glass expert and they turned the lights on him, and I was like, yo, motherfucker. He's like, I can do sound. Why didn't he grab that marble and just throw it as hard as he could at the glass? I feel like that would have broke it.
Wait, he missed as well. No, he got it, but just like
he got it. He was listening to sound, and I was like, no, you're trying to break the glass.
And then
if that shit crack and shatters, then you good.
And then San Wu proved who he really is when he pushed that guy into the glass. And then the other 2 did not trust him. And then as they made it to the platform at the end, all the glass shatters, and then the girl who survived gets glass pane stuck into her, and then that was a sign that she was gonna die.
Just bleeds out to death.
But she didn't bleed out to death. She was dying, but then San Wu decided to kill her.
Yeah. He made it quick. And when it came down to those final 3, I'm like, I'm not playing any more games, Manny. If you're in that room with me, I am strangling, choking, and I'm like, we're done. We're fucking done. I've gotten this far. Shang Wu was right. I would have killed both of them. I would have killed them at the dinner. They'd been eating their porterhouse steaks. They would have died at the dinner.
And then we obviously get to the end where they actually play the Squid Game, which
they don't play shit. They fight to the death. There was no game in that. I was like, why even call it Squid Game and call it just fight to the death? Like, cause then I was like, all right, so you're just thinking inspector, they're not doing anything. It was just literally like, he threw the salt or the sand in his eye or whatever, and he walks over and he looks like he's playing the game. Then it's just like, we're fighting. We're just not, I don't even understand what you think
He was like, let's end the game now, because I don't want to play anymore, and I don't think he wants to either. Because he pretended to stab him, but he just put it he put it down with force by his head. And then that turned into a fight to the death.
Let's go home. We were childhood friends. We shouldn't be doing this. Go home. Fuck this money, man. We did this. We go home to your mother. I go home to my mother. Fuck it all. And I was like, fuck you, man. You just all these people died. Someone's getting that money. Someone is getting that money. So he wins because the dude kills himself. And, they celebrate. By the way, it's a subplot of a cop being there that doesn't matter. It did not matter.
It didn't matter because they just cut it off at the end. I'm just like, it didn't make sense anymore.
What? We just had time to film? What is the point of all that? There's a whole subplot of that going on. And anyway, Jihan, I think that's how you say it, decides to dye his hair red, and it seems like he may be re-entering the game.
Jihan turned into Han from Fast and the Furious. Only he dyed his hair red. So he gets.
I don't know why he did that.
I don't know why. He gets the kid out of the orphanage, who's obviously lost a sister. He brings her to the mum of Sanwoo, tells her to look after him, and then it looks like he's brought a luggage with his clothes, but he didn't. It was a large sum of money for the kid, for the both of them. I'm guessing
For both of them to take care.
Yeah,
And then he was going to go to Los Angeles to be with his kids, or his kid, and he'd be closer to them. But then he sees that they're playing the game.
They're playing Pogs again, and he's like, "I'm gonna find out who this man is. I'm going back into the game."
Yeah, or something. I'm gonna expose all this shit. I'm like, nah, son. I'm happily ever after.
So long story short, there's going to be a season 2, and it's going to be insane.
According to the writer, he has no plans of doing a season 2.
What? No!
He has no plan. He said he has no plan right now. He was exhausted from doing this because he filmed and wrote everything himself. He was broke, and that's why he came up with this. He has no plan to do season 2. But I bet you it'll be season 2 next year when Netflix is like, you motherfucker.
I need it.
Yeah. You don't end shit like that and say it's not going to be a season 2.
And second of all, I need to know what was going on with that subplot. That subplot made no sense. Because he was looking for his brother. He found it. It turns out that his brother was the guy in the weird mask.
Yeah.
The front man or whatever he was called.
Yeah, the head honcho, Dr. Doom. And he's kind of running the shit. He was a winner too, and everything. And it was just like, oh, okay. And then I mean, you could have told me this from the jump.
Yeah, and so that all ends, and then it's just so good. Like, yeah. I was hooked from like red light, green light. When they started playing that, I was like, I'm hooked.
That was the perfect, like, I got you guys in this because we just killed half the entire thing. By the way, the husband and wife who ended up playing marbles together, I thought they were just going to take themselves out. I don't know what he did to convince his way he beat his wife. And he won, and then he was like, I'm going to hang myself after.
Hold on.
They could have just not played and died together.
Carry on talking. I'm just going to be back. I need to go to toilet.
Oh, okay. I shall do this by myself. So I didn't understand why, under any circumstance, that they just didn't kill each other in the middle of the game. Just kill each other in the middle. Like, just say, we're not going to play. Or try to come up with a different solution. In the marbles game, I would have been beating everybody up and stealing other people's marbles. All I got to do is... Well, you couldn't fight anybody. You couldn't use violence. But I would have tried to convince everybody to give me their marbles. All right, if he's going to die, you give me marbles so we can all have more. So the math didn't add up. I'm just saying. That whole couple thing, he killed himself. But the violence would have happened when it was down to 30 people. It would have been the Royal Rumble, and I would have just been eliminating half. And then the ending of them playing Squid Game, I feel like you could only play with 2 people. If that girl didn't die, if she didn't die of unnatural/natural causes, how were they going to do the end? What were they going to do? You can't do Squid Game with 3 people. It still would have just been a fight to the death. And, you know... I like that they left the knives at the kitchen table. I don't know if that was intentional. Manny, I'm glad you're back. But here's a point. I brought up a point that I didn't understand in the thing. It came down to Squid Game of basically just fighting each other to the death.
Yeah.
Right? But if the girl had never gotten that cut or got her throat slit, would we have gotten Squid Game? Or would it have been a different game? Because I feel like Squid Game is only for 2 people.
No, so if you remember the first episode when they were explaining the rules to the Squid Game, where it was black and white and then the kids were playing.
Yeah. It was what you call Jinhan and Shang-Woo.
It was kids. It was teams of them playing though, like a team of 3 versus a team of 3.
Oh.
So maybe they pick a side, or maybe they intended that one of them was not going to make it through the night.
I like to go. No one ever makes it through the night. And what if only one of them came? Like, if I'm the rich people, like, oh, we're going to do the last game. Nah, the last game didn't happen. What happened? They all killed each other in the night. And did they intentionally leave those knives there at the dinner table?
They must have intentionally left the knives there.
Okay, kind of intentionally just left 3 knives there, and I was like, I feel like I've been a dumbass gonna be like, hey, you guys forgot the knife. Hey, you forgot the knife. Everybody else tucked theirs in. Ah, fuck.
But the thing that got me was that subplot is the most interesting part because it was the stuff that Jihan is now going to be trying to look at when he goes back in. So
maybe that stuff got through.
I don't think it did.
There's part of me to think that, you know, because it's called Squid Game, maybe the detective was the secret inspector of the Squid Game, which basically has no point whatsoever. They don't know why. But
No,
maybe some of it got
He's
through.
still alive. He's got to be still alive.
They didn't show him actually die. They showed him get shot, right?
They showed him get shot, but he got shot in the shoulder.
So maybe he's still alive? Who knows?
There's a good chance he may still be still alive because that's mainly a flesh wound.
Because his brother is now like the CEO of the game now. The old man is dead, right?
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up that he wanted to play the game like the old man.
Hey, the old man had nothing to lose though. He had a brain tumor. He was dying. All that shit was real. It's just, you know, I play the game. Fuck it. And you know what part that got me? I was like, because I was like, he's tricking this old man. And then the old man was like, oh, is it cool to, you know, stick your fool in the old man? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
But he knew the whole time.
You're fucking around. You're fucking around, man. You're running around here. Looking, talking about I live here. Talking about how your kids play here. Fuck all this.
But he knew the whole time that he was being lied to when when he was conning him out of the marbles.
And, you know, back to the con and the marbles and all that. You know, that old man designed that place where he was like, oh, this looks like my house. He was really checking out the architecture of the places where he grew up. They designed it after his location. My favorite part is the bank. Hey, man, we got your money here. You're not spending any of this.
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing? Leave me alone.
No, they're also like, oh, yeah, it's not gaining any interest, by the way, whatever your account settings are.
So we put it in a savings. I don't care. Let me borrow $10,000. Or $10,001. They bought the flowers and stuff. It was a good show. I was thinking, I was already see the American version being worse. I know it's going to happen.
Yeah,
I know it's going to happen.
It's going to be 10 times worse. It's
gonna
that whole situation with the Japanese version of The Ring and then the American adaptation to it.
Yeah.
Still scary as fuck, but like it's not the same.
What I would like to see in an American adaptation of this is that they just merge the worlds. You know, just you don't have to use the same characters. Just do the exact same shit, but with different characters in America, and you can have the same guy run it.
No, because you got to have American games that played as children in America.
Yeah, so red light, green light don't change.
Hopscotch. You land on the wrong one, you just fall through a hole and die.
Manny, let's be realistic. The only real children game in there that you knew was red light, green light, and the rest of those games, they didn't actually play marbles.
I used to play marbles with so in primary school, which is basically your 1st to 6th grade.
Elementary.
So we would have these sewer grates.
Yeah.
It makes us sound like tramps, but they were in the school. The grates to go underneath. So they were designed specifically so they would have like 2 holes at either end. So and then they had little things on there, and then we used to flick marbles to try and land it in the other person's goal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I felt like that, you know, you got to, for marbles, what they did here, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You didn't actually have to play the game of marbles.
I don't know how you played a normal game of marbles. There's no real game.
We didn't play marbles. I didn't play marbles. Okay? We shot dice.
Marbles.
We played paws, we shot dice, we played caroms. I think if you're adding a game and you want to make it for America, there's one game you got to add, and that's walking up the crates. Walking up the crates. I swear to God, if they do Squid Games America and people aren't walking up the crates, and by the way, the cast will be mostly minorities in America. If it's a bunch of white people, I won't buy it because they're not that poor.
Wait, what are you talking about? Trailer parks?
I'm talking about trailer parks. I'm talking about some ghetto foods. I need all of that. It's not gonna be a bunch of there may be one, and that's the same Wu character basically. But I want them walking up crates.
Do you know with the walking up crates thing that took off? Where are all these crates coming from?
Oh, the back of the grocery stores. You can get a bunch of them. All you gotta do is go back at any grocery store. It's like 800 crates just sitting back there. No one's missing them. This is what they bring the milk in. They throw them out to the side.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched this and you've listened to all this, you've been spoiled. But we fully recommend watching this show.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's only 9 episodes, and by 9 episodes, it's really 8, because there's the 8th episode, it's like 20 minutes. I went, what was that? Why was there even an episode? Y'all just could have made the last episode 90 minutes or something.
But yeah, it'll take up about 9 hours of your time, but 9 hours well spent.
Mm-hmm. And I think I decided what I want to do for Halloween.
You're going to put a jumpsuit on with a number?
I was thinking that I could do that. Or I could be, the front man.
Or the rich vibe. You should be the VIPs and walk around naked with a robe.
With a robe. This is the way I like it. Oh, you have such pretty eyes. I was hoping there would be a reveal of who these actors were. Like, oh shit, that's so-and-so. Why is he here in this?
But yeah, it's so this I really like this.
Yes.
I was like, it took up the whole of my time. I didn't care about wrestling for this week. Like I did not. But the moment I saw it on Wednesday, and I told you I saw it Tuesday night actually. So I started watching this after I watched NXT.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, I found it Wednesday. No, it was Tuesday night.
It doesn't matter what day, Manny. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. It was Wednesday night. It was Wednesday night because I told you about it on Thursday.
But I'm just saying, it's a addicting show. And if you want to watch WWE Extreme Rules this Sunday, which we did not preview at the show at all, basically.
Oh, yeah.
This should be the Extreme Rules you watch it. If they call this show Extreme Rules, I'll be like, yeah, it makes sense of a title because the shit was extreme.
Yeah, I don't think Extreme Rules is even going to come close to what I watch.
No. I'm sorry, Jeff Hardy. You can't do any of these spots. Although I'm casting John Cena in this as the thug guy. Just for no reason. No reason.
Sheamus is definitely in this. Sheamus is so
Maybe we do cast subject to change with Squid Games and put the wrestlers in there. You got Sheamus and Squid.
I mean, we're gonna have to do something to fill in that Tuesday spot if we're not reviewing Raw. We're gonna have to have recorded stuff to go in on Tuesday.
Let's see. If I was casting, I gotta cast jobbers. I feel like I want to be authentic and cast jobbers, and just all the most obscure indie wrestlers you can find. Marco Stunt's in this. Who else does it never get over? Just people, Naomi's in here.
Which version? The pickpocket, the annoying lady, or the weird one?
I will cast her as the couple, the married couple, her and Jimmy Uso together. And they're
Jimmy
struggling.
Uso paying for his crimes of
DUIs and struggling. They're in debt because of it. What other jobbers are there? James Ellsworth is in this for whatever reason. Just all the jobbers of wrestling.
I feel like James Ellsworth would be running
it. No, he ain't running it. He ain't running. He's getting shot in the first episode probably. But just jobbers galore. All jobbers. That's how I would cast it.
You've got Vince McMahon, $1 Million Man, Cameron Grimes as the VIPs.
Yes! Yes! Oh, you can't sleep on Happy Corbin. Happy Corbin Happy Corbin would be a good Shang Wu. As in the guy who has everything, but he's kind of just a bum. He kind of just blew all his money. It's kind of the Baron Corbin story. And then, this is him making it out. Happy Corbin made it out. Kevin Owens would be in there just because he looks bummy. You know what? Sami Zayn would be my main character. He's not like a jobber, but he can complain enough. I feel like he would just get it.
I feel like he's a liberator. I feel like he'd be the man in the
Fucking cop. Did nothing. I don't know how he got as far as he did.
This is why I need the season 2, because there's something behind that needs to be explained.
This is never going to be explained. He never got his signal. I don't even know what his plan was.
This can't be the gun club. Oh, that I'm dying for an answer kind of situation.
It is. That's what it's exactly going to be.
But that is probably the best TV series I've watched.
Yeah.
In 2021. I can't even put Ted Lasso in that, because Ted Lasso is something else. Who killed at the Emmys, but
yeah, this is better than Ted Lasso for me.
Ted Lasso is just a feel good kind of thing. This thing was more engaging.
This is more like, oh shit, what the hell? This is fucked up.
Yeah.
And all that. By the way, I'm casting the old man as Ric Flair. You can't stop me. I don't care how canceled he is.
No, that's where you're wrong. The old man I'm casting, Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Hold on. No, forget all that. Fuck all that. The old man I'm casting gotta be a little crazy. The old man I'm casting is Bob Backlund. Because he can get...
Oh, he's perfect.
He will fuck with you the entire time.
He's perfect.
The old man is Bob Backlund.
Nah, my old man is Iron Sheik then. Bear in mind, I want the current version of Iron Sheik that can barely walk.
If we could do primes or errors for cast, prime Jake Roberts would be the snake face guy. Just because he has a snake face and it's Jake Roberts. Come on, my man, at the bottom of my rope.
Nah, Cactus Jack.
DDT somebody to the glass.
Cactus Jack.
Nah, if you're going Cactus Jack, fuck it. Chainsaw Charlie will be involved in this, and I'll be Terry Funk.
J.K. Smith said the old man should be Terry Funk. Please tell me you've watched this, J.K. Smith, because you're still here.
The old man, Terry Funk would be a good old man, because he's kind of crazy, too. That'd be a good one, too. Backlund and Terry Funk. Forever! Yeah, Terry Funk and Bob Backlund would be the two best, I feel like.
Okay, what about R-Truth? The immortal R-Truth. Yeah, there's no more immortal Hulk Hogan because it's fuck Hulk Hogan week. The only immortal is the immortal Hulk, the immortal R-Truth.
I don't know. I don't feel like there was anybody goofy enough to be R-Truth. Like, there was no real comedy characters in this.
The lady. The crazy lady.
What? Was she comedy? I thought she was just crazy. I don't feel like R-Truth could pull... Like, if R-Truth was playing crazy lady, then I don't know.
No, when the crazy lady was like, I'm good at all things except the things I'm not.
Yeah.
That's a line that I'm going to use forever.
Yeah. It's facts. Man, yeah. I would like the New Day to be in this as well, and they would probably pick each other in the Marbles game, and Woods is going down to Big E. It would destroy Big E. It would destroy Big E. He would be too emotional about that.
No. Do you know who I want? Do you know who I want to be put in that emotional state? I want Kofi to be put in an emotional state because Kofi doesn't like to lose either.
I know. Yeah, boy, I can't lose. I can't.
His automatic being like, he would have a full breakdown.
Yeah. I throw Dark Order in there.
Our
The entire Dark Order is in there.
JK's just R-Truth dies in red light, green light because he thought it was Red Rover.
What? What we playing? Oh man. Yep. The entire Dark Order is dying in probably red light, green light. Maybe Johnny Hungy survives.
No, Johnny Hungy will not survive. Phenomenal show. I also midway finished another one called Vigil, but that's a UK drama on BBC about detective work being done in a submarine that's carrying nuclear missiles, and there's corruption. It's great.
Wait, is it a whodunit in a submarine?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
So like, there's an investigation going on land. And they're sending messages to the lady that's doing the investigation in the submarine.
Damn. And the fate of the world is on the line.
Yeah, it's insane. But I think that wraps up this weekend, so I'm gonna have to watch that to finally finish it off. But I was recommended to watch it, and so I binge watched about 5 episodes of it. And it's UK series are annoying because they're only like 6 episodes long.
Yeah, I like that. I prefer
I like them.
3 or 4 episodes of a show. I feel like more shows would be better if they did that. Because you only have this many episodes to fill instead of shows that forces 10 episodes, similar to like the Marvel shows on Netflix when they have
normally one of those episodes are a flashback episode or something.
Yeah, or some type of side character episode, or it's like, I don't want that. Let's get back to the main plot. Like Luke Cage was in the coma for like 2 episodes or 3. It was like, we're just filling episodes here, guys. You don't need these. Just make it 5 or 6. We'll be okay.
So was there too many episodes for this one, or was it just enough? I felt like it was just enough.
Just enough, because each episode was about a different game, basically, except for episode 2, and maybe episode 8. Those 2 that actually, weren't about.
Was episode 8 the dinner?
It was just a dinner. I tell you, that should have just been a part of episode 8. Should have just been 90 minutes. It would have been the last episode. But I'm assuming they ordered like 9 episodes. They were like, "All right, motherfuckers, I cut this one right here."
I don't think they ordered this.
I don't know. They have to order something. I don't know how this worked out. I don't know where the show was. It ported to Netflix? Did they import the white people at the end as side characters in English just for Netflix, or did they already have that shot? I don't know.
I seriously need a series 2. If I don't get one, I'm going to be furious. If I don't get series 2, that will be my Walter Fimbella.
Hey, well, my theory, let's bring it back to Extreme Rules. Hot take, Finn Balor is going to be the Universal Champion at Extreme Rules. And
Does
then
we're getting
the newly divorced Walter comes out and challenges him for the next pay-per-view. That's Survivor Series, because that's a whatever they're going to do with that, the brand thing.
Don't
Walter
even suggest
Finn.
that.
Walter Finn, main roster, Manny.
Don't play
main roster.
We're playing games with my heart. With my heart.
I like to believe in a conspiracy that Vince McMahon personally saw Walter at NXT, and that's the reason he fired everybody, and he is plotting behind Walter's divorce and everything to get him to the States. I do not put that past me. Dark Side of the Ring, Walter's divorce.
So I think we've covered all of this now.
It was me, Walter. It was me all along.
I don't think we actually need to do an Extreme Rules preview.
No, you're doing it live anyway.
Yeah, I'm doing a watch along live tomorrow with Jen. And if you want to jump in, just let us know. We're going live anyway, but you jump in the chat and we can probably send you a link and you can watch it with us.
Manny, what the hell? Oh, who you talking about? Me or somebody randomly?
Anyone randomly.
Oh, okay, because I was like, I can't do it. There's nothing I can do. I'm handcuffed.
And then just bear in mind that this may be, I think next Saturday is the last Saturday show for a while, till Eric comes back, as we go to 1 show a week.
Depression, that's a slowly sink thing. Yep. Don't Shiba.
Well, the Thursday show is looking like it's going to go into become the Saturday show.
Yeah, Thursday is now the new Dynamite or SmackDown, and we're just I don't know. Maybe there's a separate show that I could do in the middle of the week that covers everything else.
Maybe.
Because Wednesday I'm technically still off. Maybe we just move that show to Wednesday.
The Raw show to Wednesday.
Maybe we do Wednesday, Thursday shows.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah, but I kind of like my peaceful Wednesday of doing.
I mean,
nothing.
all we could probably do is cover Raw and briefly.
And NXT 2.0.
Raw and NXT, and then we
and
just
Thursday
Dynamite.
is all Dynamite. All Dynamite. It gets its own show.
Yeah.
And maybe we could do bonus content also. I know we're having this all day. We can end the show right here.
Yeah. So that's the end of the show. Me and Marcus will continue to try and provide you some entertainment while his work schedule has been flipped upside down.
Yeah. And please, if you got this far in the show, and Squid Games, maybe we'll clip the Squid Game part out anyway. But if you did get this part far in the show, tell us what game you would have died in first. Because I'm dead in red light, green light. I'm dead in the carving the little cookie or whatever the hell that was. Tug of war, I will make it. Marbles, I'm dead. Or you know what? I'll probably survive. I think I'm cunning enough to try to get out of that. I'll rig a fucking game.
If you're playing against me, you're losing.
No, Manny, you're dead. You're dead.
Nah.
I will tug on your heartstrings.
Okay. This is
and
what's
then
happening.
tap dance on your grave.
This is what's going to happen. It's going to get recorded at some point.
We need to play marbles then. I get some marbles right now. We just got to guess it even or odd. And we'll be like, who's dead?
No. We're going to play this in person because they've opened up travel to the US now from November. I will eventually come over and I will challenge you to marbles live in person. We'll do it on show.
And we will play marbles. And guess what? Manny will be dead. And we're going to have Ryan standing over you with a gun. Like, one of you got to go. I'm like, Ryan, this is rigged, right? You're not actually gonna shoot me. I'm family. Hey, the rules are the rules. The rules are the rules.
I would like that your last word would be, what about the red?
And then he goes, huh, I never thought about that.
J.K. Smith said, red light, green light, I'm dead because my brakes aren't good. What are you, the Spanish kid from Mighty Ducks 2 that could stop?
It's hard. You know how hard it is to just stop?
Why are you
like on a dime? Literally, my strategy. I think I could survive it, because my strategy. Well, I'm gonna get bumped into. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna be all eager and nervous, and I'm just gonna take 2 big steps at a time, basically NBA style, so I don't do some traveling.
No, my game is crawl on the floor.
You're dead.
No, I'm not.
They're just gonna shoot you because someone's gonna trip over you while they're running, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And then you're gonna be like trying to get up, and you're going, "Oh no, fuck that, fuck that." My last words will be "fuck that" if someone tripped on me. This is bullshit.
Do you know what though? If someone tripped over me, I'm moving about 10 people before I get shot. I'm like, ha ha. I like how all of them died instantly as well. Like none like you.
No, there were some stragglers, and then the other guys would walk by and just shoot them.
What?
No one's the scariest.
My balls would start itching, and that would be that. Chicken.
Also, you know what was terrifying? One of my greatest fears is to be buried alive. And there were some people who were half dead, and they were nailing them into those little gift coffins.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Fuck, that's fucked up." And then they were incinerating them. I was like, "Nah, no one got it worse to do." That would have been cause enough for me to never come back, Manny. I'm not. I don't know who are those people who are like, "I'm coming back."
Oh man. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up, and we'll see you again 3 times next week for the last time in a while,
All right.
and we'll catch you
Deuce.
later. Peace.
Bang, bang.
None of the booms. Shall I do the boom again?
Yeah, one more boom.